still slams every evening. Round supper time, same as before. Makes me look up from this half-cold coffee, like you might walk through that door. Funny how the wind hits it just right, like your hand's coming home from work. One loud bang across this quiet house, and everything starts to hurt. I tell myself it's just old hinges doing what old hinges do. But the screen door still slams like you're here, like a truck just pulled in the driveway, like your boots are fixing to hit that hallway. And life ain't changed a bit. For half a second I still believe you're hanging up your keys. Then silence reminds me again, you're somewhere I can't reach. That screen door still slams like you're here. Your gardening gloves still hang by the back step, rain boots sitting where you left them. I keep meaning to clean that corner out, but I ain't quite ready yet. Mrs. Dawson waved this morning, asked if I'd fix that porch rail. I just smiled and changed the subject, didn't trust myself with details. People say houses forget eventually. Guess this one missed the memo. That screen door still slams like you're here, like Friday nights still alive around here, like suppers cooking on the stove, and this place still feels like home. I know better after all this time, still some habits survive, and every sunset through these blinds brings you back to life. That screen door still slams like you're here. Maybe moving on ain't dramatic, maybe it's learning how not to turn your head every time the wind blows hard enough to wake the ghosts inside your chest. That screen door still slams like you're here, through summer storms and lonely years, through birthdays and winters, Sunday rain, and all the ways things ain't the same. One day maybe I'll hear that sound, and it won't pull my heart back down. But tonight, just like every night, this old house plays its tricks. That screen door still slams like like you're here. Wind through the trees, porch light low, one loud slam, and missing you all over again. I was digging through my father's old toolbox, looking for a crescent wrench. Dust flying through that garage sunlight, like years sitting on a shelf. Found his hammer, found his pocket knife, found a pack of rusted screws, and somewhere between old motor oil I found a piece of you. Funny what memory hides in places you ain't looking. I found your laugh in my father's old toolbox, in the way you teased me when I couldn't fix a thing. Sitting on the tailgate, drinking sweet tea, watching me pretend I knew what I was doing. For a second you were standing there, cut off jeans and summer air. Lord, I wasn't ready for all that, just cleaning out an old toolbox. You loved hearing my daddy's stories about engines, crops, and younger days. You'd laugh before the punchline landed, like happiness came easy that way. There's still grease stains on that workbench from the porch swing we never finished. Funny how unfinished things keep finding ways to live. People say time files things away, guess mine keeps opening drawers. I found your laugh in my father's old toolbox, between loose bolts and faded memories. In that little snort you try to hide, when you thought something was funny. I thought losing you would fade clean, but grief wears working boots, and sometimes it waits in garages just to sneak up on you. Maybe love don't leave all at once, maybe it settles into ordinary things. Old sheds, old tools, and quiet Saturday afternoons. I found your laugh in my father's old toolbox, and carried it with me all day long, through supper dishes and evening news, and another house too quiet without you. One day maybe I'll open that box and just see tools and rusted locks, but tonight, Lord, I found inside my father's old toolbox. Garage door open, sun going down, your laugh still echoing around that old hometown. Used to own these Friday evenings like they were made for me and you. Half-price pizza on the dashboard, country station playing low. You'd kick your shoes off by the doorway, complain about another long work week, and somehow just hearing your voice made this old house feel complete. Funny how ordinary things turn into what you miss the most. We used to own these Friday evenings, porch lights glowing, screen door swinging, cheap wine, old songs, nowhere to be. Just you sitting close to me. Now 6 o'clock rolls around and this house feels too damn loud. I never thought I'd see the day Friday nights forgot our names. We used to own these Friday evenings. The neighbors still light up their backyard, kids still ride bikes down Oak Street. Same sunset falling through the kitchen, same town, different heartbeat. I sat outside last Friday night, trying to watch the sky change blue, but every little familiar thing kept turning into you. People talk about moving forward like weekends don't remember. We used to own these Friday evenings, laughing at nothing, barely breathing, talking about trips we'd never take and futures we'd eventually make. Now supper's cold by 8 o'clock, TV talking to an empty couch. Lord, I miss who I was back then, when Friday nights felt like living. Maybe love ain't measured by grand words or diamond rings. Maybe it's two tired people making a little magic out of ordinary things. We used to own these Friday evenings before goodbye changed their meaning, before one chair became enough for a house still full of us. One day maybe Friday will just be Friday, not another reminder of losing you. But tonight the sunset hit this porch, still on these Friday evenings. Porch light glowing, radio low. Friday came back alone. Side of the driveway gathers leaves now, right where your little Chevy used to sit. Wind piles autumn up against the curb, like time's trying to cover it. I still pull my truck a little left, out of habit more than anything. Funny what the body remembers long after the heart should quit. People say seasons change things. Guess some things change slower. Your side of the driveway gathers leaves now. Dust, rain, and yesterday somehow. No headlights cutting through the dark, no late night kiss before you left for work. This house still stands, this town still turns, but absence leaves its own kind of dirt. And every fall I notice somehow your side of the driveway gathers leaves now. Mr. Jenkins mentioned it last Sunday, said you ought to sweep that side clean. I just laughed and changed the subject, didn't say what it still means. Porch light caught it last night, golden leaves against cold concrete. And for one stupid second I thought your car was pulling in. Funny how hope hangs around in places logic gave up on. Your side of the driveway gathers leaves now, like waiting got tired and settled down, like this old place learned to live with what goodbye decided to leave. I thought enough winters would have done it, made this feel ordinary somehow. But every autumn proves me wrong. That empty spot still talks. Maybe moving on ain't fireworks, maybe it's a little quiet surrenders, like finally admitting nobody's coming down that driveway again. Your side of the driveway gathers leaves now, through birthday storms and passing years, through lonely Christmas mornings in summers that disappear. One day maybe I won't notice that patch of concrete by the curb, but tonight under this porch light glow, it still carries your shadow. Your side of the driveway gathers leaves now. Cold evening breeze, porch light low, leaves rolling across where you used to park. Yellow receipt fell out of my wallet at the gas station after work. Folded up, faded almost white, like something time forgot first. 2 burgers, 1 cherry coke, Friday night, Route 16. Funny how $4 and some change can pull apart a man like me. I wasn't looking for a memory, just trying to pay for gasoline. That yellow receipt fell out of my wallet, and suddenly there you were again, laughing in that drive-through parking lot, like life hadn't got so hard yet. One little slip of paper, one ordinary summer night. Lord, I wasn't ready to miss you all over again. That yellow receipt fell out of my wallet. I remembered how you'd steal my fries and swear yours tasted better, how we'd sit talking in my old truck like we'd have forever. The cashier asked if I needed anything. I said, nah, I'm alright. But halfway home I knew that wasn't exactly right. Funny what survives the years inside pockets and old fears. That yellow receipt fell out of my wallet, between my license and old regrets. And for a minute that dusty highway felt like yesterday instead. I thought enough time had passed to dull those ordinary scenes, but memory don't need much, just a date and faded ink. Maybe moving on ain't clean, maybe love leaves paper trails, hidden in glove boxes, desk drawers, and things you never meant to say. That yellow receipt fell out of my wallet and rode home with me. it'll just be trash, some old paper from another life. But tonight, Lord, it still reads like me and you. That yellow receipt fell out of my wallet. Gas pump humming, highway moon. Your memory folded inside my pocket again.
TV still plays to an empty couch. Same old sitcom, same worn-out house. Volume low around 8 o'clock, like you might still be listening. Your blankets folded by the armrest, remote sitting where you left it. Funny how a living room can forget nothing at all. I thought silence would have settled in, but this place still talks about you. The TV still plays to an empty couch, life tracks filling up this quiet house, stories ending happy every night, while mine keeps missing you. I still catch myself turning to talk when something funny comes across, then reality walks back in and sits down next to me again. The TV still plays to an empty couch. Thursday nights used to mean takeout, 2 paper plates and bad reality shows. You'd make fun of every contestant like you secretly knew them all. Last week I tried watching alone, made it halfway through the program before your favorite commercial came on and ruined my whole evening. Funny what heartbreak chooses to hide itself inside. The TV still plays to an empty couch, through late night reruns and passing months. Same living room, same lamplight glow, different kind of home. People say routines help healing, guess mine just keeps repeating everything we used to do without you. Maybe love ain't grand days, maybe it's missing dumb little things, like arguing over channels and somebody stealing your blanket. The TV still plays to an empty couch, through winter storms and summer nights, through birthdays, Sundays, overtime weeks, and all the ways you've left me lonely. One day maybe I'll sit down here tonight this old living room still calls your name. The TV still plays to an empty couch, screen light flickering, midnight news, another episode without you. Ain't been back to that fishing pier since that last July sunset turned blue, since your tackle box rode home and mine sat quiet and alone. We used to waste whole Saturdays there, sunburned shoulders, tangled lines, summer air. You're laughing every time I'd swear at another fish slipping free. Funny how one old wooden dock can hold more than water in time. I ain't been back to that fishing pier since you can't drive that road without falling into cold beer evenings and radio songs, and thinking maybe we weren't wrong. I tell myself it's just a place, boards, nails, and faded paint, but some places remember too much, and I ain't strong enough. I ain't been back to that fishing pier since you. Buddy called me last spring, said bass are biting down by the lake. I made up something about work. Truth is, I just couldn't face it, 'cause I still see your hoodie tied around your waist, your bare feet kicking off the edge, talking about California sunsets like this little town was temporary. People think moving on means going back. Guess they never loved somewhere like that. I ain't been back to that fishing pier since you, since goodbye changed what memories do, since ordinary little places started carrying your face in them. I thought enough summers would have passed, made that old lake just water again, but every warm evening proves some things don't loosen their grip. Maybe healing ain't brave speeches, maybe it's one day taking that road again, without expecting to find the life you left behind. I ain't been back to that fishing pier since you, but sometimes in dreams I still do. Same sunset falling on the lake, same two people, same old mistakes. One day maybe I'll stand there again, still telling the truth. I ain't been back since you. Lake water moving, crickets singing, that old fishing pier still waiting. Neighbor asked why I don't sing anymore, standing by the mailbox around 3:45. Said, haven't heard that old guitar coming through your porch screen lately. I just laughed and blamed long work days. Said life's been busy, bills don't wait. The truth is sitting heavier than that, and I ain't good at saying it. Funny how somebody notices the things you thought nobody saw. The neighbor asked why I don't sing anymore, why the porch stays quiet after dark, why that six-string gathers dust by the chair beside the window. I wanted to say songs sound different without you, but I just nodded and changed the subject like lonely people do. The neighbor asked why I don't sing anymore. I used to play on the Friday evenings, cold beer sweating on the rail. You'd sit wrapped up in that old blanket, calling out songs you knew I'd fail. Play that one about Memphis, play the sad one by George Jones. Funny how a house remembers the sound of being less alone. People think heartbreak breaks your heart. Sometimes it breaks your music too. The neighbor asked why I don't sing anymore, why the lights go out so early now, why my guitar case stays shut tight like something inside me closed with it. I told her maybe I got rusty, but that ain't exactly true, 'cause every chord still finds its way back to you. Maybe music ain't just music, maybe it's who you were with somebody, and losing them means learning how to hear yourself again. The neighbor asked why I don't sing anymore, and I stood there staring at my shoes, thinking about porch lights, summer nights, and all the songs we used to lose ourselves in. One day maybe I'll tune that guitar, sit back down beneath these stars, but this quiet house ain't ready for that sound. The neighbor asked why I don't sing anymore. Mail truck rolling, sun going down, oh, guitar sleeping across the room. We left our best years in that little rental house. Cheap blinds, thin walls, hand-me-down couch, second-hand table by the kitchen light. And somehow everything felt right. The bathroom door never closed all the way. Air conditioner quit every August day. But we'd laugh about fixing it next month, like we had all the time in the world. Funny how having almost nothing can still feel like having everything. We left our best years in that little rental house, in overdue bills and takeout boxes, and Friday nights with nowhere to be. Just you sitting close to me. We thought forever was moving slow, growing old where the wildflowers grow. Now every memory leads somehow back to that little rental house. I drove by there last winter evening, new paint covering the old front steps, different trucks sitting in the driveway, different people calling it theirs. But I still saw your jacket on the chair, my boots kicked off by the bedroom door, your coffee mug beside the sink, like we never left at all. People say places change with time. Guess some don't in your mind. We left our best years in that little rental house, and burnt dinners and midnight talks and cheap wine, summer storms, and dreaming bigger than what we could afford. I thought enough years would have done it, made those rooms just a room somehow. But every road back through that neighborhood still slows me down. Maybe love ain't measured by square footage or fancy things. Maybe it's two broke people making a life out of ordinary evenings. We left our best years in that little rental house, more than furniture, more than vows. We left who we were back then, young enough to believe in the ending. One day maybe I'll pass tonight under this dashboard glow, I'm missing what we used to call home. We left our best years in that little rental house. Porch light fading, winter sky, that little house still holding our light. Some nights this town sounds too much like us. Screen doors closing, pickup trucks, that old jukebox leaking through the bar, from half a block down in the dark. Train whistle rolling past midnight, porch radios humming soft. Funny how familiar noises can throw a man completely off. I swear this place remembers more than people ought to. Some nights this town sounds too much like us, like summer evenings before we broke, like your laugh riding shotgun down roads we thought we'd always know. Every street light, every passing train calls your memory by its name, and I find myself missing what I thought I'd gotten over. Some nights this town sounds too much like us. The diner stayed open late last Friday, same waitress, same burnt coffee smell. I walked in thinking I'd be alright, till they played our song by Merle. I paid too quick and headed outside, cold air cutting through my shirt. Some nights you can't outrun a memory, some nights it gets there first. People think healing happens quietly, guess they never lived somewhere this small. Some nights this town sounds too much like us, like unfinished talks and dashboard dust, like front porch dreams and cheap red wine, and thinking we still had time. I know these streets belong to everybody, but tonight they feel personal somehow, like the whole damn town woke up just to miss you with me. Maybe moving on ain't moving away, maybe it's learning certain places will always keep a little echo of who you used to be. Some nights this town sounds too much like us, through neon lights and midnight buses, through barking dogs and closing bars, and lonely men beneath porch stars. One day maybe these sounds will just be sounds night beneath this small town moon. Everything brings me back to you. Some nights this town sounds too much like us. Neon buzzing, train rolling through, whole town awake, sound